Welcome to Marathon, where you can scissor a guy lubricated by your own blueberry-flavoured runner gunk until you pass out. Just like that time at Sunday school, except that gunk was red and iron-flavoured, and I didn't consent. Anyway, Marathon, the female version of Jonathan, is a 26-mile competitive endurance race where malnourished men and women compete for shin splints and for the ability to tell others on social media they just did some running. So fucking what? I just won at Jenga using only my penis to knock the pieces out, and my feet don't look like they've just been on Quentin Tarantino's casting couch. Why are kids so bad at Jenga? And unless you're Ethiopian, you won't win anyway. Malnourishment is basically their thing. Also, a game has just been released called Marathon, inspired by sodomized feet and penis Jenga. Fact. Is this a review? Well, considering the opening, let's just say no. I'm just going to say things that I thought during my time playing Marathon as a solo player. I could have played with people. I have like loads of friends, and some of them are real too, but they were busy having cancer. I don't know. I got kind of bored after the stage 4 something colon. A no would have sufficed. Stop crying, man. I'll manage on my own. This isn't my first shooter. Firstly, if any of you care, what is Marathon? Marathon is a 26-mile competitive... Oh right, the game. Marathon is a 26-mile... Oh right, I'm having a stroke. They say you can tell if someone is having a stroke by whether they're able to smile. I really don't think asking them to smile mid-stroke is very appropriate. It's a 26-mile extraction shooter from Bungie, the creators of Halo and Destiny, both of which have very strong ties to Beyonce because the song and the former girl group. However, I don't know whether they used Sri Lankan sweatshops like Beyonce, but who fucking cares? Her songs are so catchy and she's rich, so human rights don't matter. Set in the year 5,000,008, give or take 5 billion years, you are a runner, but not an Ethiopian one. Runners are, and I quote the intro cutscene, mercenaries hired to salvage from the ruins of the human colony on Taeti 4. The UESC Marathon, an exploratory vessel set out for the Taeti 4 star system a century ago in search of more ethnic minorities to be racist towards and to find a new home for humanity. Long story short, the Marathon rolled into the wrong neighborhood, shouting the N-word like it was some British Academy Film Awards ceremony, went silent, woke up a century later and sent a distress call that the runners went investigating, and now here you are on Taeti 4. Fun fact, Taeti is an anagram of you ace tit, which means nothing. So what even is this video? Well, let's work that out together, because between you and me, I don't know. In Marathon, you can play as a solo against other masochists who enjoy that feeling of when Daddy Bear's porridge was too hot to fuck. Trios whose friends don't have cancer, or at least don't use it as an excuse not to play, that's a real friend, and play against other trios or duos. Duos who stayed in touch with their childhood molester even though they moved on to younger things, and play against said trios. And one other option, but I'll save that for later, like there's additional value to be had later in this video. Spoiler alert, there isn't. So as I already said, and I'm not going to repeat myself again, just listen to me. You see, this is why I fucked your sister. At least she listens. Now go help mommy with the dishes. I've been playing as a solo because I'm a lone wolf. I work alone. I wipe from back to front because I feel that only matters if you have a vagina, which I do, but it's above my penis. Let's not remove my video again, YouTube. If you remove my video, it means you're gay. Checkmate. How am I finding it, you ask? Well, it's quite easy actually. It's on my screen. This should be the same for you too, but your screen, not mine. But the game, boy, is it difficult. I'm surprised you didn't ask. Well, difficulty is a funny word, I guess. If you too find it funny, you can find many more like it in a dictionary. The difficulty is dependent on how you play. Playing like an Aspergic child in a pet shop, sprinting to and from defenseless animals to scalp with your high friction palms, Yes, very difficult. Playing like a child who's had enough of daddy's nighttime visits, keeping quiet, listening out for threats, and then socking the bastard with a baseball bat, easy. This is an exaggeration. It's still not easy, but it improves your odds of success and no more eating Daddy Bear's salted porridge. My point being that this is a tough game when playing solo. You have to play smart, which for someone like me with room temperature IQ, that's right, I have an IQ of warm, can be quite challenging. It requires both hands on the controller, which is kind of annoying as I like to masturbate whilst I play. I know hookers are the answer when aren't they, but your mum is always too busy. If you make too much noise shooting the UESC forces, which I'm going to shorten to UEs because I set trends, I don't follow them, like wearing my foreskin back to front. Too much noise draws attention from other players and you open yourself up to death. Same goes for sprinting. Remember, this is a marathon, not a dogfucking contest. You were expecting sprint. Well, fuck you, loser. And on the topic of sprinting, well, not really, but the audio from footsteps is actually very good in this game. The footstep audio directionality, which is a big word for me, and I'm quite sure erection was in there, but I don't know how to write it, is superb. I know I shouldn't compare it to other games, but I also shouldn't tell orphans I found their parents and they want to meet them before presenting them with an urn of ashes, but I'm still gonna. Coming from Battlefield 6, where it's like you're either in the middle of a clubfoot barn dance or dealing with the highly moisturized and soft-footed super soldiers of tomorrow, being able to determine enemy feet positions is highly refreshing. Like orange juice. Yes, simply orange juice. Nothing dirty. Is this what you want, YouTube? Orange juice puns? Fine. Refreshing as orange juice, with Olaf's dick in it. And the audio, I think, is the best way to play as a solo. Everything you do, you should be considering if it'll wake daddy. Running, noisy. Shooting UEs, noisy. Smashing windows, noisy. Masturbating in a crisp packet, noisy. But this is all from a survival point of view. If you're hungry for a cheese and onion flavor penis, then just listen out for that rustling crisp packet or chip packet if you're currently bombing Iran. Those same noises that could have given you away, you can now use to your advantage. Who'd have known it works both ways, like sound does? I guess you can listen out for gunfire and sprinting too. Oh, and listen out for UEs targeting other runners. See where they're shooting and then whatever. Go there or don't. I'm not your mum. If I was, I'd be in a car park somewhere pleasuring someone through a hole. While we're on the topic of UEs, see, I think this could catch on. The UEs aren't there to be taken out. They are like traffic wardens. Unless they give you shit, there's no need to kill them. They drain resources, give away your position, and don't tear the ticket up no matter how sensually I lick my lips. Maybe I should try theirs next time. Just go around them, avoid attracting attention, get what you need, and get out. Is this a review video or tips? I don't even know. Don't leave, please. Just let me waste your time some more. What else were you going to do anyway, other than molest yourself over my YouTube membership, Patreon, or coffee enema pages, links below. Smooth as an ironed scrotum. On the topic of third-degree burned ball sacks, let's talk shells. No, not like the ones on the beach. You know, it's pretty gross letting kids play with beach shells. An orca probably came in that, and little Molly is saying she can hear the sea in it. No, Molly, that's an orca climaxing. Stop licking it. I'm talking about runner shells. These are effectively the characters you can play as. I believe these are made of silk, which is why you constantly see shots of moths deep-throating things, because silk comes from moth larvae. This makes this video educational, so fuck off YouTube. Anyway, there are 7 non-large sea mammal jizz-containing shells. A quick rundown of them now, because I always announce what I'm about to do before I do it. the Destroyer, a name that screams I have a small penis. They shoot. Hey, would you look at that? I wrote shoot twice in my script. Homing missiles at enemies upon successive hits with your weapons. He can spawn a shield. Sorry, I assumed it was a he, but no bulge. But big chest. Well, it works for Dwayne Johnson. We'll go with he. Come on, Dwayne. Send me a picture of your junk to prove you're male. Yes, I know women can have penises too. This blocks incoming damage. He can also dash mid-air and sprint faster when activated. The Assassin, which is a 3-word retard instruction for anal, ass in, with a pointing motion to your anus on the in, is possibly one of the best shells. He, she, they, whatever, can throw a smoke screen covering a fairly large area, can become invisible like me in the Paralympic blind women's hockey team changing rooms, and can dive down and create a field of smoke. Any smoke they enter, they become invisible within. The Recon, I have no comment on the name, but why give, I'm assuming, her them lips? What them lips do? Why give them faces? I don't know. Maybe it was some sex doll thing turned practical. Scoop the goop out, stick a plug in all the holes, and send them to Taeti 4. They can send out a series of pulses to reveal the location of other players and UEs, as well as a tracker drone that finds nearby enemies before exploding and overheating them. Heat is stamina basically, which I'd have mentioned earlier if this was a good video. The Recon is also alerted when an enemy pings them. It's like they know you've stuck an AirTag on them, which really does ruin the surprise. I'd brought chloroform too. And when you break an enemy's shield, they leave behind a trail for a short time. Now we have Triage, who looks like a white black man, which is not relevant, but again, he not packing, so maybe he's a black white man. Haha, black man big dick. His main ability is his capacitive gauntlets, which is just gay talk for defibrillators. He can revive teammates or damage enemies with them. His best ability though is the med drone, providing healing to both health and shields to himself and teammates. The drone has a face on it, which makes you feel bad for fucking it. This is why they don't put faces on toasters. He can also use his weapon to electromagnetically penetrate EMP enemies when breaking their shields. Any boosts gained from consumables are also shared with any teammates equipped with an anthropomorphic glory hole toaster that doesn't make toast but does make me happy. They call it a crumb tray, but we all know it's a cum tray. The Thief is a lot like you. You see, you stole my penis and I'd quite like it back, please. You'll know it's mine because I have Ender's microphone tattooed on it. I need my dosage adjusting, please. The Thief has a pickpocket drone that can be used to pull loot from players a piece at a time, allowing you to pick it up and loot from a distance. She has a grappling hook that works like a grappling hook, an X-ray visor that allows you to see loot containers and enemies through walls, but not clothing. Gimme some of those Triage nippy nips. She also has better weapon handling and quicker grapple recharge the more items she has in her backpack. The Vandal is fast as fuck boy. Her main ability grants increased movement speed and weapon dexterity, all whilst reducing heat generation. Again, stamina basically for any dumb fat idiot watching. She can transform her arm into a cannon, which must make masturbation very high risk. This deals damage and pushes targets away. She can also double jump and perform a supercharged slide. And one other shell, which you'll have to keep watching to find out about, because I have some more dick rot to talk about first. So which of these shells is best suited to foreplay? Sorry, solo play. Well, Anal Instructions 101 Assassin is probably the safest bet. Invisibility paired with fairly long-lasting smoke abilities make getting out of trouble and exfiltrating much easier. I always wondered, if you had the power of invisibility and then came on a plate or other surface, would that newly deposited gunk now be invisible, or would there now be visible semen on a plate? Like, if it's in the DNA, then it would be invisible, right? But active camo, I guess just jizz on a plate. Thoughts in the comments. What am I doing, man? The Recon is also another good option for both cautious and more PvP focused solo gameplay. On the cautious side, the ability to know where where enemies are allows you to better position to avoid hostiles or to prepare for combat. It's a lot like a visit from my uncle. If I know he's visiting, then I know to leave my HIV medication on show, so he knows to use a condom before he rapes me. I'd hate for him to get AIDS. Same goes in Marathon. Knowing where your uncle is half the battle. For PvP, the recon also excels. Of course, knowing where enemy runners are is going to help in your PvP conquests, but the tracker drone is also very useful in these situations, and is particularly effective against assassins who on taking damage will likely become invisible and come on crockery. Deploy the drone and follow that little scamp as he tracks down an Invisianus to dilate. Then it's up to you to finish him off. What the fuck are you doing? I meant kill him. My god, you're just like your mother. Triage is good, and his best quality being his huge saggy nips. I mean his med drone, but for solo play, that's really where his benefits end. He's much more of a team player. Defibs are of no use, and they're not great against other players in my experience. Destroyer is pretty decent for PvP, but not optimal for survivability besides his shield. Insert joke here. Why did the chicken cross the road? I don't know, but when it gets here, I'm gonna fuck it. If I get a chicken pregnant, do I have to pay child support? The thief is another good choice for solo play, with the grapple hook being very useful for getting out of a tight situation. If only stepsisters had such a device, then they'd only have to be concerned about getting fucked by Step Spider-Man, the friendly neighborhood molester. The drone is also great, and whilst its intended use is to loot from other players, it works better as a scouting drone, checking for hostiles ahead. The Vandal is okay for solo running, with a focus on speed and better traversal, but there are better options for solo running, I think. But what does my opinion matter? I should probably be on a ward somewhere, doped to shit on mental inhibitors. Now for my little secret. That's right, I was on the island. Ah, not that secret, but my god, Stephen Hawking sure knows how to butt chug a keg. The champ didn't even flinch. Yes, the rook shell is my secret. No one knew of it until I just mentioned it, because I'm actually a level 10 gazillion and 26 in Marathon. I've finished the game 20 times already. The rook is unique, which is a term often reserved for retards, but in this case we mean it in the non-dribbling way. The rook is forced to play amongst trios, and with that, duos. Solo. He cannot complete contracts, and he will be spawned into a game late. Like many retards, he has a strong back, so has a bigger backpack, increased shield capacity, and comes with basic supplies including a weapon and healing items. His abilities allow him to become invisible to UEs, kind of like how shitting yourself at a speed dating event makes you invisible to women. If they can't handle me at my pant-filled worst, they don't deserve me at my pant-filled best. And an ability that slowly regenerates health over time. This is a tough kind of solo play, but can be very rewarding. With the rook, you must play extremely cautiously. This is the supply run guy. Scavenge off dead runners, unlooted areas, then get out. Of course, I'm a Sigma pendulum-dicked female, and so I still like to take out other runners as a lone rook. If it works, then it's a big payday. If it doesn't, then I haven't lost anything either. I still don't know what this video's been about. I guess playing as a solo in Marathon, kind of. Fuck knows. Leave a title idea in the comments. Maybe I soloed a Marathon and now I have chlamydia. Anyway, here's some more general thoughts on Marathon. I like it. If you enjoyed the video, you may have a similar condition to me. Let me know what that is, because I don't want to get mine diagnosed. I'm not going to tell you again. Join my fucking basement Discord server. It's the biggest one on the planet. There's like over 100 of us. I'm sure this video may have achieved my goal of 12 views, but if you'd like to help make more of these shit vids, then you can support me through Patreon, YouTube memberships, or buy me a coffee enema, links below. Thank you to my current supporters, you highly probable molesters. Until next time, visit a bathroom showroom and take a shit in one of the sinks.